for my computer to catch up. All right, and there we go. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Happy versus Foggy. This game was taken from an ESL Cup in the finals. I think it comes as no two players run up against each other more often in the ESL Cup finals than any other pair of players. Delete extra map names. Oh, that's right. I I will remove those. All right, so things still getting underway here. Gonna speed things up for a little bit. We've seen the first 2 minutes of a Happy versus Foggy game very often, and well, the fact that we're playing on Twisted Meadows um, is making me question what we're gonna see in this particular game here. Happy the Rising Star, yeah, no, I don't think he's not the rising star. I think he is perhaps one of the most, yeah, sarcasm, difficult to read on the internet. Anyways, let's go ahead. Just now coming across that 2 minute mark, Death Knight going to be making his way out onto the battlefield. We do have a Demon Hunter coming in from Foggy. No Keeper of the Grove Archers this time around, as we should be looking. Wait, there is not only what as is it not the typical strategy we see. We are going into Huntresses. Death Knight, Demon Hunter going to be going after the Death Knight. Are we going to perhaps see a mana burn? No, they're simply just going to run by each other. Demon Hunter, Death Knight, both sides haven't taken any abilities as of yet. And about six. Happy won like 50 ESL Cups out of 60. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and engage here. There's a mana burn onto that Death Knight. And Unholy Aura, the first ability coming in from Happy, saying, you know what, if you want to add in a little bit of damage to me, that is fine. I'm just now going to start outrunning you, as the Death Knight lower on mana than the Demon Hunter, while the Death Knight also taking a little bit of damage as well. There is one Ancient of War training up a Huntress as well, as we could be looking at the tech to tier 2 finally. Skeletal Minions also coming inside here to perhaps try and make it difficult for the Wisps to just gather lumber here, as the Death Knight and the Demon Hunter going in for a little bit of an exchange. Death Knight ranging back off to the north once again. Happy sitting at 20 over 30 supply. Foggy sitting at 23 over 30, as one Huntress should be able to easily clean up the remainder of these Skeletal Minions. Skeletal Minions just gonna be, well, poof back into dust here in just a moment. The magic no longer there. All right, new Skeletal Minions joining in on the fight here. Huntress going to be making its way back over to try and protect. Meanwhile, Skeletal Minions are purposely trying to aggro and make that Ancient of War of Foggy take a little bit of damage. Happy, however, is opening up with mass ghouls with Unholy Aura and may try to land a couple of surrounds. Death Knight has taken quite a bit of damage. Let's see what's going to go down here. Well, already down to 130 mana without spending any of his mana on anything. So that damage does rather add up. But Foggy, not paying attention, falling asleep at the wheel, trying to break free, is going to take down that ghoul. Does take down a ghoul. Now trying to break free from another Staff of Teleportation in order to get away, down to 107 hit points, and will be forced to drink from all of those Moonwells before making its way back out. All right, Death Knight. Well, Demon Hunter drinking from all those Moonwells. Pretty happy, I must admit already, as it's just going to run after the Death Knight again and then add up more damage. Demon Hunter absorbing a bit of damage there in that transition. Where is this Demon Hunter going? Looks like he's running in slow motion. Really needs those boots of speeds to traverse across a map as large as this. Death Knight sitting at level 1, about to get to level 2 here, clearing out one of these creep camps. Demon Hunter going to be coming in from behind, trying to get another mana burn onto that Death Knight again, as that Death Knight, well, down to 300 and 400 hit points, just constantly getting harassed by this Demon Hunter here. Demon Hunter doesn't have much experience. Another mana burn perhaps going to be coming across here. Are we going to look? Yep, there's another mana burn again, as the Death Knight, well, 5 minutes into the game, cannot use a single Death Coil as he is low on mana. Doesn't even have Death Coil trained up. Alchemist, well, Alchemist and Huntress, what are they doing? Are they trying to get the Ancient of War into position to absorb a bit of damage? And that seems to be the case right there. Gonna go ahead and try and engage and now pull back to this Ancient of War, as this Ancient of War will be fighting back here. Alchemist is trying to get to level 2. Demon Hunter still trying to do a bit of harassment here, as the Death Knight just now will get to level 2, finally getting Death Coil as his or as his second ability. Gargoyles have taken to the skies, happy, responding rather quickly here. Scroll of the Beast, Slippers of Agility, items there as the Ancient of War, well, absorbing a lot more damage. Forest Troll Berserker added in here as well. Forest Troll Berserker can get in a good amount of damage, perhaps onto those gargoyles, as we see an Acid Bomb right there, and now level 2 onto that Alchemist. Damage still adding up. Demon Hunter gonna perhaps try to get some more damage onto that Death Knight. Death Knight now backed away. Acid Bomb with negative armor. Forest Troll Berserker wanting to finish off those gargoyles. Gargoyles are 1-0 upgraded. Tree of Life down across here. Well, Huntresses are in position. Forest Troll Berserker looking to get some damage, and you can see that Forest Troll Berserker 28 to 37 damage is rather high. Alchemist can also attack air, and that Acid Bomb should be able to well, keep those gargoyles at bay for at least a little bit. We are going into dual Ancients of Lore, which will transition now into Dryads, as the Chemical Raging Alchemist, faster attack speed, tries to clean up all of these units here. Demon Hunter, well, Alchemist, Chemical Rage needs to pick up those items, decent items there, as the Tree of Life will try to expand over here in the bottom left. We are now up to 4 gargoyles in the air, going into Ancient Protectors and an Ancient of Wonders, as the Death Knight tries to make short work of these buildings before they are able to get up and running. Acid Bomb there, Death Knight taking another mana burn, again being forced to retreat back, ensnare onto the Skeletal Warriors. Skeletal Minions going to easily get cleaned up once more. Ancient Protectors will be in position. Ancient Protector off over here. No such thing, as the Gargoyles are going straight after these units. Dryads could try and fight back here. Nope, they're going to absorb a little bit of damage once more. Dryads now trying to prance away, but a little bit of slow poison while fighting next to Moonwells may have been a decent deterrent, especially as the Goblin Alchemist was now back here on the fight. Acid Bomb getting thrown down across all of those units. Gargoyles looking to back away, as the Gargoyles will take a little bit of damage over time and, well, back up. 1 Ancient Protector, 1 Ancient of Wonders. Down here, we are looking at Tree of Ages, no tech to tier 3. Demon Hunter, where is he on the map? Demon Hunter still off on the other side of the map here, and this is rather unorthodox still. Black Citadel, and we are at Black Citadel with a solo Death Knight. All right, Death Knight is going to be gaining some bonus experience, as he is at tier 3 with a solo hero, and that will allow that Death Knight to get to level 3 a little bit more quickly. Death Coil onto the Demon Hunter, as the Demon Hunter still sits at level 1. Obsidians, well, a little bit of damage there. Gargoyles looking to back up. Gargoyles still causing a bunch of harassment here, going after those units and finishing off a nearly full Moonwell. Back across on the other side, we're looking at Dryads and Forest Troll Berserkers cleaning things up. Alchemist is sitting at level 3, and it is level 2 Acid Bomb, getting damage onto those gargoyles and still dealing more damage over time. Happy now leading the charge back the other way. Are we getting up another hero? No, we are not. Solo Death Knight so far, as the Gargoyles could go after those Huntresses pretty easily, down to 127 hit points already after just 1 volley. Demon Hunter, Staff of Teleportation, trying to get away, and will be able to do exactly that. Ghouls and Gargoyles coming in from Happy, and I'm not surprised by this particular strategy, especially since it wasn't that mass archer strategy that Foggy normally goes for. The Gargoyles, with the movement speed on a map as large as Twisted Meadows, it makes sense when you're able to, well, fly in the air, get around the trees, and then have faster movement speed to perhaps try and deal with those Dryads and those other units. Demon Hunter still trying to back away there, still solo Death Knight at this stage, and still using a Scroll of Healing, or still having a Scroll of Healing. There's a Tome of Intelligence. If it opts to try and pick it up, does not look like it, as the Dryads may, well, need to think twice before trying to engage. Demon Hunter is right off over there. Ancient Protector, a little bit of damage. Another Dryad could get taken down. Obsidian Statue is going to get taken down here. One more final shot, level 2 on the Demon Hunter as he drinks from all of those Moonwells. Ghouls are now still trying to chase on in once more. Death Knight does have a Scroll of Healing still. Robe of Magi really not helping all that much as we're looking at the Ancient of Wonders about to get taken down. All right, Demon Hunter coming back from the other side. Alchemist sitting at level 3, getting in a big acid bomb across all of those units. Scroll of Healing, however, quickly being used right there as a stone gargoyle getting taken out. Even with that bonus armor, not enough. Dryad now taken down there. Happy continuing this fight once more as Happy's still running around with all of these ghouls as the Forest Troll Berserker trying to use that negative armor against those gargoyles as much as possible to increase that damage even further. Gargoyles now flying back off to the north here. We are still looking at a solo Death Knight at this stage in the game. And with the solo Death Knight, I can't make predictions on how much experience creep camps give. 30% bonus experience. Yeah, that Death Knight got a lot more experience and it should be able to get to level 4 rather quickly. Now, remember, Twisted Meadows was redesigned so that it isn't just flying units in the corners of the map. So those gargoyles are not going to be able to clear out that granite golem nearly as easy as they would have been able to against those drakes or dragons. Death Knight now sitting at level 4. Robe of Magi, Scroll of Healing. Are we finally getting up a second hero? No, we are not. We even have a second Necropolis out onto the field here. And Happy's making me think twice about what his strategy is. All right, Alchemist, Chemical Rage has come to an end, taking a little bit of damage. Unholy Aura getting in front of that Alchemist right there, and that could be a problem. Acid Bomb trying to break free as it tries to Staff of Teleportation, gets back in, and Staff of Preservation's out. The Demon Hunter doing a great 1-2 job, saving that Alchemist. Staff of Teleportation in, only to Staff of Preservation out that Alchemist. Beautiful, beautiful micro in that scenario. And well, Foggy just actually cool and calm. In that situation right there. Death Knight. Well, Wand of Mana Stealing picked up, still doing a little bit more healing. Lich finally getting trained up here. We're looking at 56 or 57 supply now as we are going into another Obsidian Statue to try and heal this Ghoul and Gargoyle army. Are we going to be getting up a Slaughterhouse for Abominations and Disease Cloud? That is the next question to have, as those Dryads, anytime you can make that damage stick a little bit better, that is indeed a win. Tome of Intelligence being left all across the map. Alchemist is going to try and pick it up. Yes, it does. Picks it up. No problem whatsoever. Death Knight, very close now to level 5. Gonna, just be 19 experience shy as the Lich, no Orb of Corruption. Wait, what? Okay, that has to be a mistake here. No Orb of Corruption on that Lich at this point, as that Orb of Corruption would have easily allowed for the gargoyles to focus down the units just that much more quickly. Gargoyles going straight after a Dryad. One round, one volley now down. Death Knight, however, gets blasted apart, and now Death Knight falls at level 5. All right, talk about two mistakes right there. Not quite sure what happened to Foggy in that instant and in that moment as the Gargoyles are going after all of Foggy's Dryads. More importantly, or just as important right now, the fact that the Gargoyles don't have access to the Scroll of Healing that was on the Death Knight means that these Gargoyles could easily get taken out. Meanwhile, back off to the north here, Demon Hunter doesn't have any way to attack air, no Orb of Venom, but could try to go after some of Happy's other last remaining units there as a mana burn trying to remove once more. All right, Obsidian Statue trying to back away. Death Knight now back out onto the battlefield. Gargoyles getting pelted down, so are Dryads. Both sides dealing quite a bit of blows to each other. 63 supply compared to 45 as Happy going after another Dryad there. All right, Gargoyles able to focus down some units pretty consistently. Orb of Corruption on that Lich as he was able to pick up the item. Able to pick up that item there. Staff of Preservation saving that Alchemist again. Happy has been consistently staying on one base and still has been able to do quite a bit of quite a bit of damage and continuing to build his army. Now, at some point, he is going to go into two bases. And once he gets into two bases, what does this really mean? Pendant of mana for the Death Knight, up to 610 mana. Perhaps that should go onto the Lich, but the Lich is just constantly going to get mana burned by that Demon Hunter. Are we going to be looking at a third hero? That is an important question to ask, as well as the Death Knight takes away experience from that Lich, who is now just shy of level 3. Dryads show up to the party, saw the tail end of the undead army, and oh, there's going to be a creepjack here. Dryads, this is a horrible position for Happy. Slow poison from those units. There's a mana burn onto the Lich. Lich trying to finish off a Dryad, gets up to level 3 right there, finishing off some more of those units. Death Coil, but the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability in time to save the Demon Hunter. Dryads, more of those are falling, more healing onto the Demon Hunter, as well as the Lich, well, needs to rack up a little bit more mana, but gets mana burned instead. More damage adding in here. Stone Form Gargoyles regenerating damage while still in stone form there, as we're looking at Dryads falling 57 supply compared to 46. Foggy's army is dropping at a faster rate, I believe, but so difficult to tell who is actually losing out on this fight. There goes another Gargoyle there. Ghouls continuing to fight here. Alchemist with Acid Bomb really racking up a lot of damage, and that damage over time. And I think this is one of those scenarios where Orb of Venom would actually play extremely well, as the Acid Bomb, as a trailing Acid Bomb with Orb of Venom damage, can kill units. All right, units are now retreating back once more. A 2-base Night Elf going up against a 1-base Undead. Happy could be, well, gathering up a little bit more lumber, as we only have 4 minutes of mining left in the main bases. Do we have Tree of Ages? Now going into Tree of Eternity. Orb of Venom is in fact a possibility, as the Alchemist, well, Demon Hunter getting an Orb of Venom would enable him to attack the air. Coming back down to the south, Lich, well, doing some creeping Death Knight. Once again, Happy staying very close by with that Death Knight. I'm not quite sure what the overall sentiment is there to keep the Death Knight so close and take some of that precious experience away from the Lich. Dryads are now, well, making their way through 48 supply. Foggy is now sitting at no upkeep as well, mining 20 gold a second, as we are looking at, well, expansions, or all of the corner gold mines going to be cleared up here. All right, we should be getting into a, well, I would have said a level 4 Lich moments ago, but no, the Death Knight is still absorbing much of that damage, as the Alchemist really wants to get to level 5. Staff of Teleportation coming on in. I believe once the Alchemist gets to level 5, if he Staff of Preservations the Alchemist away, he can then guarantee more experience on that Demon Hunter as well, but no, keeping that Alchemist close by as well. All right, Demon Hunter going to be quite shy of level 5. Tome of Strength right there, as that Alchemist sitting up to 79 damage on the high end. All right, add in the fact that it can also get in Chemical Rage for faster attack speed. That damage does add up rather quickly. Orb of Venom already on that Demon Hunter now, as the Demon Hunter finishes off the remaining rock golems and finishes it up here. Boots of Quel'Tha Lost. Ooh, drop the Slippers of Agility. Upgrade the Boots of Quel'Tha Lost right there. Also has Anti-Magic Potion to try and, well, save itself from a bit of damage, as we see a bit of Elevator, well, a lift off to try and go after this back left-hand corner of the map. All right, Granite Golem, Orb of Corruption, removing much of its armor. Lich is actually finally creeping by itself. Death Knight actually purposely keeping its distance away, as the Lich will be gaining a good amount of experience from this creep camp, and now finishing off the last remaining Forest Troll Trappers. All right, didn't want the ghouls nearby, as the ghouls would have ended up just taking a lot of those, that clap stomp type of ability that Granite Golem uses. Demon Hunter is sitting at level 5. Claws of Attack +9 now dropped as well. Alchemist with +18 damage. So Alchemist and Demon Hunter both can deal some terrible damage. Alchemist also with Acid Bomb, removing 5 armor and dealing damage over time. That is going to be, well, rather damaging here, as we're looking at a new Tree of Life being established here and here. This is one of the strategies that Moon often goes for, pretty much saying that, you need to invest time into finding my expansions.
A player's
Meanwhile, what's
forces
going
are
on
under
here?
attack.
Goblin Zeppelin, does he suspect that there is an expansion already there? And I believe he is going to suspect that, oh, Acolyte purposely canceled the Necropolis. But that just also
The
means that
ground
there's
is under
only
serious
about
attack.
1 minute of mining left for Happy. What is Happy's long-term strategy? All right, Scroll of Town Portal coming on in. Goblin Sappers trying to dive on in. There is the units. Are we going to see an Acid Bomb? Oh, we could have saw an Acid Bomb straight up onto all of those units as they were so tightly grouped together. Mana Burn onto the Death Knight. Well, Chemical Raging Alchemist trying to retreat back. Are we going to see a Staff of Preservation? As there is a Mana Burn there, and there is a Staff of Preservation. But now the Alchemist could be in trouble. Alchemist going to go ahead and Staff of Teleportation to try to retreat back out. And I guess that's the benefit of an 11 hit point hero. He's just able to back away so easily and so quickly, even though he has relatively low armor for a level 5 hero. I think Alchemist actually has the lowest armor out of all the heroes in the game. All right, taking the island. All right, expansion is off over here. Goblin Zeppelin once
Town is
again
under
keeping
siege.
tracks, making sure that there is no expansion in the corner of the map. Tree of Life trying to be rebuilt here. We are looking at 2 gold mines versus 1. Foggy really
A
needs to
player's
saturate
forces
this
are under
gold mine
attack.
as well, as the Goblin Shredder could easily just drop in the back and get some damage here. Dryads are all in position. And what is Foggy's, well, not what is Foggy's plan, but what is Happy's plan? Foggy's plan is to win the game while being able to trade and retrain up his units. Happy on the other hand here, what is going on? There is another Goblin Sapper diving on in. Are we going to see a Staff of Preservation? What is going on here? Alchemist could have turned around, gotten an Alchemist Bomb, or yeah, an Acid Bomb right there, and then finish things off. How much damage are we going to add in here? Dryads falling. Alchemist turning back to the other side. Demon Hunter, Scroll of Town Portal. Are we going to be looking at, well, level 5 Lich now out onto the battlefield, as there is Disease Cloud on that Abomination to spread disease across all of these, the Demon Hunters and these other units. True facts. Wait, what? Team, that Garg micro is crazy. Yes, it is. Death Knight now all onto the field here. Level 6 with level 3 Unholy Aura. Very fast movement speed indeed. Better upgrades for Night Elf overall, but still having a very difficult time trying to take down these
Player's
units.
forces are
All
under
right,
attack.
if this is just going to turn into a war of
Town is
attrition,
under siege.
Foggy says, if we're just going to be trading bases and Scrolls of Town Portal, I'll just have to make sure that I can do it better than you can. Demon Hunter now going to be making its way and position back over as well. Slow attack now coming on across here. Acid Bomb, well, should go down onto some of those units. There goes a Death Coil from the Death Knight there, as the Demon Hunter can go after some of those Acolytes as well. All right, going to go into an engagement here. Dryad's going to get finished off as the Death Knight now completely surrounded. Going to take its place here as the Alchemist trying to fight back. No Chemical Rage, Staff of Teleportation coming back onto that Dryad there. Are we going to see some mana burns? What's going on? Death Knight could be in trouble trying to break free once more. Lich up to 122 mana. We could be looking at another. Nope, there goes a Frost. There goes a mana burn there, as the Demon Hunter down to 138 hit points has to be very careful. Down to 100 hit points, still trying to retreat away, forcing the Scroll of Town Portal. Beautifully done, as we're looking at Acid Bomb go down onto that Lich. All right, Acid Bomb onto the Lich. Goblin Shredder trying to finish it off. Not going to work. There is an Obsidian statue there alongside Unholy Aura, and that is enough to heal. I believe the Lich is staying steady at 50 hit points. Acid Bomb has come to an end. True facts. Alchemist has lowest armor. Yep. Coming back through, we are looking at, well, no entangling on this gold mine here. A Tree of Life being rebuilt here, full mining here, but that only has another 5 minutes. Tree of Eternity on the move, and well, Happy or Foggy needs to be aware of his expansions, and when he needs to train up additional
Town
wisps.
is under
Foggy only
siege.
has 9 wisps on the entire map right now, and that is not going to be enough. Dryads, Demon Hunter now leading the charge across the center here. Alchemist at level 5. Demon Hunter sitting at level 5. Are we going to perhaps be looking at some Death Coils, Frost Novas? No, nowhere at all. All right, Alchemist going to Staff of Teleportation be able and well, able to duck away pretty easily. Meanwhile, a goblin, a chemical raging alchemist there, trying to fight back against all of those units. No acid bomb onto the gargoyles. That actually surprises me as we're finally looking at Happy taking that top left hand side expansion. Thank you back to WarCraft for the raid. And we still need to do some collaboration, some dual cast sometime. But yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you back to WarCraft for the raid. Still not quite sure why raids don't show up on my alerts at all. Coming back down, Demon Hunter making its way back down, Death Knight, Lich getting ready to move over. Hi everyone, thanks again, Gargoyles. Gargoyles coming in to retreat back. Ah. All right, thank you for the follows. I'm gonna be getting a lot of alerts. Hopefully, if you guys are enjoying my cast, mountain giants are now showing up onto the battlefield, and the mountain giants are gonna be able to put pressure onto the buildings. Gargoyles, however, do move quite quickly as those mountain giants do have medium armor. And what is this? Are we gonna? I thought we were gonna actually have a gargoyle surround onto a mountain giant, preventing them from being able to escape. Thank you for the follows again. Meanwhile, back off to the left side here, Demon Hunter and Alchemist trying to keep track of where the expansion is. Just finally sees that there is a haunted gold mine. Will not be able to spot that haunted gold mine. Goblin Zeppelin, however, will be flying the unfriendly skies. Always a very dangerous proposition if you know that your opponent has mass gargoyles. Gargoyles chasing after that Goblin Zeppelin there. Alchemist now coming back down to the ground here. Here we are, Chemical Rage, and we're going to be looking at some damage coming across here as the Acolytes perhaps are going to unsummon the gold mine, taking quite a bit of damage as well. Multiple expansions coming in from Foggy. Foggy finally, well, getting this expansion up and running again, as we're still looking at a bit of pressure being brought into play. Acolyte's going to get finished off. Dryads unable to finish that right there as the Goblin Zeppelin going to lift off and then perhaps elevator back into the ground here. All right, more damage coming back across. Another Acolyte. Nope, unable to finish that Zeppelin. Zeppelin was under repairs. Where is the undead army? Here it is. Death Knight, Lich, and now Abominations coming back over the other way. Staff of Teleportation, Chemical Rage is going to end up getting taken down to 488 hit points, able to back away. Zeppelin's able to retreat back as well. And the Demon Hunter down here was able to Staff of Teleport and also entangle this gold mine too. Alchemists still getting ready to, well, walk all the way back home. Gargoyles are in position to go after that Tree of Eternity and put pressure before this entangled gold mine is up and operational. Happy, surprisingly, has the larger army, even though he's only really mined from one base throughout this entire match. Meanwhile, Foggy is going to be in trouble. He's going to lose this Tree of Eternity, and that's going to well, prevent him from getting a lot of the necessary tech, purposely getting the advanced reinforced hides and the ultra or the wellspring now while he can queue it up. All right, back off to the north again. A Demon Hunter taking a little bit of damage once again before teleporting back out. And now this might be a situation to get either the Dreadlords asleep or perhaps silence to stop all of these channeled abilities from allowing the Demon Hunter and the Alchemist from, well, just wandering everywhere on the map. Alchemist still sitting pretty strong here. Meanwhile, off on the other corner, a Gargoyle trying to take down a Tree of Life. That is not going to work out all too well. Foggy still mining freely here and still has, well, a little bit of mining here as some wisps are going to be transferred over to this entangled gold mine. Alchemist is in position. Perhaps an acid bomb going to go down. Yes, acid bomb, the first item there, getting in some damage over time. I believe one Gargoyle could end up getting taken down. No, goes into stone form just in time to overcome that acid bomb damage over time. Thank you for the follows, everyone. So, how do you beat this as any race other than Night Elf? So obnoxious. Or not quite sure. Coming back through mountain giants, all they really want to do is start taking down these buildings. There's not very many buildings for Happy, and a number of mountain giants should be able to do exactly that. Ancient Protectors all forced to be cancelled here as a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability use to try and shave or prevent some of that damage here. All right, Acid Bomb going across onto Happy's Abominations, Chemical Rage here, Goblin Shredder, Alchemist, well, being forced to retreat back as the Obsidian Statue and so much of the army is still here. Meanwhile, Mountain Giants joining in on the battle, trying to take down the Black Citadel, going to be able to do, or perhaps be able to do exactly that. So many hit points to recover as the Alchemist is still fighting its way through. Where is this Alchemist going to try and run off to? Staff of Teleportation, going to allow it to get away. Demon Hunter getting in some damage over time, but still not able to do all that much. Perhaps getting some mana burns onto some of those Obsidian statues to prevent any of that additional healing and mana regeneration for the Death Knight and that Lich. Dryads now retreating back once more. Meanwhile, back inside the main bases, the Alchemists or the Mountain Giants need to grab some trees and start attacking, getting in some of that siege damage as well to finish off those buildings. Meanwhile, we are still looking at, still engaging against this gold mine here. Oh, trying to go into stone form, but it was not in the right position off over here and ended up stone forming here right next to Alchemist again. All right, Black Citadel has been taken out. Mountain Giant, well, trapping himself into a corner. Is he going to finish off this slaughterhouse at least? He is going to do exactly that, taking down the building and, well, sacrificing himself for the greater good. No Staff of Preservation inbound. Chemical Raging Alchemist was trying to land it, but unable to get there. All right, Gargoyle still putting pressure on this Tree of Life. 5 Wisps mining at this gold mine here. Alchemist trying to finish off all of these units here, and it looks like well, Gargoyle will get finished off. More Ancient Protectors getting added in again, and still so much harassment form, and Gargoyles constantly being able to heal and harass this entangled gold mine. Alchemist is trying to keep its position in the back here. Ancient Protectors about 1/3 of the way completed. New Mountain Giant getting ready into position as well, perhaps trying to finish off these buildings. Only about 2,000 hit points. No, I should take it back. A lot of Ziggurat there. About 4,000 hit points separating between victory and defeat as the Acid Bomb coming in. All right, where are we going to be going next? Dryads finishing off one more unit as we see Raised Dead. Raised Dead used right here, surrounding the Mountain Giant. The Mountain Giant actually suffering a large amount of damage from that animate dead right there, as the Mountain Giant could get taken out. Staff of Preservation saves once more. The Alchemist and the Demon Hunter both have Scrolls of Town Portal. Dryad is not going to be nearly as lucky as the, well, Raised Dead, Animate Dead, able to deal a good amount of damage. Dryad trying to back itself into a corner and able to stay alive. Oh, that Raised Dead right there to take down, or nearly take down one Mountain Giant. That Mountain Giant will back up to full hit points though. How did that Mountain Giant get back up to full? It teleported back there. You know, not quite sure. Anyways, Tree of Life, Gargoyles continuing to put pressure onto the Tree of Life here. This gold mine was taken out. This gold mine still mining pretty freely, and Happy does in fact have one gold mine mining on the top right-hand corner. This Tree of Life trying to regenerate some hit points, trying to actually take down stone form Gargoyles as they are landing, as still, the Demon Hunter is at 5 and the Alchemist is still at 5. Once the Alchemist gets to level 6, though, Transmute does greatly change the course of the game. Happy cannot allow that to happen, as Happy's been trying to win a battle of attrition, but that ultimate ability being used against Gargoyles, Obsidian Statues is just far too powerful. Demon Hunter gonna once again dive on into the going to try and go after these graveyards, go against any of these other buildings. No Goblin Sappers. Dryad's going to try and position itself away once more. What is going on here? Beautiful Staff of Preservation. Mountain Giant. What is it going to do? It is going to try to pick up a tree and now finish off more of these buildings as well. 3 Mountain Giants all in position here, trying to take down the last of these buildings. But does he know? Foggy has to know that there is another necropolis out there on the map. He is no longer revealed against his opponent. Mountain Giant trying to finish off all of these buildings here, trying to finish it off here. Abominations also racking up that damage, and still Ziggurat's down to 600, or one more Ziggurat left in the main base, and that is it. Meanwhile, Happy starting up a new base over here in the top right-hand side. Last building's getting taken out. They're going to try and retreat back out again as the Mountain Giants shift back down. All right, this was an ESL Cup final between Happy and Foggy. They're just trying to retreat, and that is why they are playing so heavily. Every game matters so much. Gargoyles flocking back over to the top left-hand side of the map as we're looking at the Mountain Giants hunting for where that necropolis probably is. Thank you for all of the follows, guys. Thank you once again for the Back to Warcraft host, well, shining a little bit of light here. Foggy with multiple tree of lives and not quite sure where he wants to root these at all. More dryads now getting trained once again. We're looking at 69 supply and over 1,400 gold for Foggy. Foggy should have multiple druids of the claw as well, and that's how those mountain giants are able to stay topped off on hit points, as they are now going to be going into bear form as well. All right, Ancient of Wars in position. Destroyers are now taking to the skies. In addition, Happy with a level 6 Lich, level 7 Death Knight still wandering here. Where are these units perhaps going to be trying to engage next? Foggy with a much larger army, but somehow it still seems like Happy will be able to at least cause some damage here. Demon Hunter suffering quite a bit of damage as we're going to be going into an engagement now. Mountain Giants trying to get into position here. Ancient of War also trying to lead the charge. Difficult to do so since he moves so slowly. Thank you for the follows. More Gargoyles continuing to put pressure down onto the Ancient of War. And really, if only the Alchemist had gotten to level 6 somehow, Transmute would be on the table, and this game would be drastically different. Mountain Giants units now need to try and engage, but trying to focus down Happy's units when he is microing as well as he is near impossible. Demon Hunter leading the charge here, perhaps getting some mana burns onto obsidian statues or anything here. Acid Bomb going down. There goes a Death Coil across again. Frost Nova causing a little bit of separation as the Mountain Giant is a bit slow once more. Continuing this fight once again over here to the top right-hand side. Bears, Mountain Giants trying to get into position, being forced to back up again. We are looking at a Tree of Life being placed down at the expansion over here on the top left, and that will get rooted up pretty quickly. This entangled gold mine nearly done. This gold mine has 10 minutes of mining left, and this gold mine still has quite a bit of mining to go still. Is this Tree of Life walking over to the 9 o'clock position? Yes, it is. Meanwhile, back at the fight in the center, Foggy is trying to win this game with macro, taking every center gold mine available, while Happy is only taking 2. And we are now looking at the Dryads getting Staff of Preservation to back out. Can you choke Happy into a corner? That is the question, as the Mountain Giants are now going to start beating away at the crypt and some of these remaining buildings. Are we going to see an animate or raise dead here? There is a graveyard, so we could see that at the ultimate ability used once again, but the Death Knight getting mana burn, unable to do exactly that. We're looking still at the Alchemist is going to be able to get an Acid Bomb off onto those Destroyers. Mountain Giant is suffering quite a bit of damage, and another quick Staff for Preservation will solve that problem once more, as the Demon Hunter could be in a little bit of trouble. Mountain Giants picking up some clubs and wanting to start attacking some of those buildings once again. All right, it looks as though Ancient of Wars are also ready, waiting to try and engage and attack here. And it looks like Foggy just wants to pull the trigger, but is just so scared of, well, throwing this game to the wind once again. 83 supply compared to 49, and somehow Happy is trying to hold on ever so barely. Continuing push. There goes another Acid Bomb onto all of those Gargoyles. Negative armor again as the Demon Hunter going after those Gargoyles here. Alchemist still trying to get up a little bit more experience, still a little bit of ways before getting to level 6, as we're looking at a Demon Hunter getting mana or getting Frost Nova and almost blasted out. Demon Hunter is going to be in a little bit of trouble. Are we going to see perhaps a Scroll of Town Portal? There is a Staff of Preservation saving that Demon Hunter to live and fight another day. Alchemist trying to push on in through here again. Dryads are still continuing to push. Is there enough life in this attack to finish off all of these remaining buildings? That is the question. 74 supply compared to 38 as a Staff of Teleportation. Demon Hunter comes back in to join in on the battle. Alchemist is in trouble. Scroll of Town Portal to try and retreat back out. The Ancient of Wars and Ancient Protectors are still going to stay here, and they're going to continue to beat at this base still. Ancient of War trying to take down all of these buildings. Acolytes are over mining the Haunted Gold Mine, but it looks like, well, Happy has at least deflected this wave of attacks, but Foggy should be following this up here in just a moment. Alchemist sitting at level 5, Demon Hunter sitting at level 5. The Druids of the Claw need to get in a lot of rejuvenations. That's why they're back in Druid form. We are looking at more Druids of the Claw to be trained up. Moonwells are completely full, allowing the Demon Hunter and the Alchemist to well rejoin in on this fight here in just without any problems. I think the Druid of the Claws should have actually gone back, drank some of that Moonwell juice to try and heal up the Mountain Giants and some of these Dryads as well. Foggy taking no chances. He knows that time is on his side, and he's going to rush and attack his opponent when he is good and ready. And that's what we're waiting for now. A handful more units to try and get rejuvenated and get rejuvenated once again. All right, it looks like that's exactly what we see here. Rejuvenation on some of these units. What Scroll of Town Portal to try and save off over here. Death and Decay. Lich, are we going to perhaps get a mana burn here? There is a as the units are now trying to back away. There's some more taunting again. This Mountain Giant could be in trouble. Dryads with slow poison are going to be able to stop one Abomination as that Abomination slowly walks back off to the north. Goblin Zeppelin spots that, wait, this gold mine is taken over by my opponent as well. I really have no gold mine options available as I cannot clear out any of the red creep camps on those corner islands. All right, coming back through. Was there Thorns Aura? All right, Demon Hunter gonna go for Potion of Invisibility. Perhaps gonna be able to mana burn that Death Knight at the start of the battle without suffering too much damage. And once you start with that first mana burn, things tend to go sideways a little bit further. All right, more Dark Ritual trying to prevent any additional Dust of Appearance. Oh wow, beautiful dust. Realizing that the Demon Hunter was right there, and Happy just on top of his game, realizing that the Lich was walking a little bit slower for no real reason, and then realizing that the Demon Hunter must be right there. But 2 mana burns still got off, and well, Happy is now pretty much down on mana on his heroes. All right, this might be the last stand for Happy, and this is not going to be going well for him. 75 supply compared to 40, but I think we've all seen the writing on the wall. Foggy having a difficult time with a 4 base 40 supply advantage in supply as the Demon Hunter almost gets taken out. Escape at 12 hit points. Foggy overall score 143,000 compared to 130. But if you look at the resource score, he mined, or he had 26,000 more resources than his opponent. He more than mined double the amount of gold than Happy in this game, and that's even after gold lost to upkeep. A crazy match there, a marathon of a match as we often see on Twisted Meadows, and really Foggy playing to Night Elf's strengths of being able to uproot trees, set up multiple expansions, and then just outmine his opponent for the victory. Very difficult to beat someone when they have that much of an economic advantage over you. I gotta say, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.